Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy, the Destroyer, Ruiz. Andy Ruiz has reported to lost 40 pounds after his loss to Anthony Joshua. We know Andy Ruiz has been working out since last year. Since this time last year, he started training. He started training like the Dickens. He started training like somebody possessed. We seen him sweating. We seen him grueling. We seen him grinding. We seen him punching, And this is before he went to the Reynosos. After that, I think that gave him the confidence and spark that he needed because he was surrounded by winners. He was surrounded by a superstar trainer, a very renowned, respected trainer, and a trainer that's been with one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Canelo Alvarez. So he's learned from Canelo. I think he turned into a sponge when it came to knowledge that the Reynosos, Chepo and Eddie, showed him. On top of all the other talent, you had that Oscar Valdez, you have Ryan Garcia in there, Canelo Alvarez, por supuesto. You have Frank Sanchez in there. So you have all these people that are winners. All of them have won their last. Matter of fact, Canelo and himself has the only losses. Frank Sanchez undefeated, Oscar Valdez undefeated, Ryan Garcia undefeated. So these guys are undefeated fighters. So this is a camp. This is a gym full of winners. And I think that only helped Andy Ruiz. If you see him, he's doing the leg work. He looks good. He looks like someone that's going to be a smaller heavyweight. Okay. Now, I don't know how that will affect his speed because I think, honestly, Andy has always been a quick fighter. Rapid fire combinations. He likes to throw. He's a hooker. He likes to throw around that guard when someone uses the peekaboo style, which makes him very, very dangerous. And another thing about Andy Ruiz is a lot of people need to understand he's durable. Okay. He has a chin like an iron tank. Okay. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., watch out. Move out of the way. His name is Andy, the Destroyer Ruiz, because he can take a punch. If you've seen the punches that he took from Joshua the first fight, the left hook dropped him, but the left hook couldn't stop him. Bars. He got back up and threw and landed his own left hook. Okay, now the rematch, however, was a different story. I think that was just having too much confidence, not training enough, not focused enough. And I think he's full 60'd that. Okay, he did a full 360 on his training and what does it mean to be a fighter. Okay, and I know he wants another fight with Anthony Joshua. I know he wants to do that, but I think at this point, he needs to show us in this Areola fight how good is he, what he's learned, and what he's capable of doing and becoming once again. Okay, but it has to start from somewhere, and it started again last year. So let's see what the harvest is from this young, improved fighter. If you can tell, he's going to be, look, Andy Ruiz, if he can take that muscle mass off and still have the punching power and, and increase his speed, and at the same time that weight loss can improve his stamina, he would be awesome. And he would be a very dangerous guy to beat. I would love to see him in there with Dillian White, a guy like that, a fight that I think he reneged on. He claimed that fight wasn't on the table, but it was. But, nonetheless, I think he wanted to start off small, which fighting a veteran by the name of Chris Areola. Because, Chris Areola it was like the OG to Andy Ruiz because he was the guy that wanted to be the first Mexican-American heavyweight champion of the world, but he failed. Okay, he failed going up against Vitali, and he failed going up against Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. So Andy Ruiz was the first of his kind to do that. But it just shows you how remarkable that is, that he is now putting in the dedication and the time and the effort to lose this damn weight. 40 pounds is a lot of weight. So if we take 283, right, that's what he was. He was 283 pounds on December 7th, 2019. And we subtract 40 from it. What do we have? 243, right? So 283 to 243 is a huge jump, okay? That's 243 is probably a good number. Maybe 240 to 235. I don't think Andy should go past 230 though. If he was just on this roller coaster of losing weight, because once you start losing weight and you get into a certain routine, it becomes like clockwork. Okay, ask me, I know. If you want to shred and you're following a process, and he's doing all this heavy work, he's doing these high intensity sports, right? He's burning a lot of energy, but he's eating the right thing, so he's constantly putting his body in a mitosis state. That means he's dumping this stored fat that's probably been there for the longest. I'm just very interested to see how his body reacts. Okay, because you guys can remember, supposedly a couple years ago when he was training for the rematch with Anthony Joshua, he was losing weight, but he was starting to get sluggish. Those were the reports. He didn't feel the same type of fighter he was when he started losing that weight. I don't know how he was losing it though. Was he losing it because he was trying to did he use some kind of weight loss supplement or something like that? Or I don't know what method he was using, but I can tell you this. Andy Ruiz looks great. Yes, he can look better. He can look better. He can. Okay. And a lot of times people will fall, and like we fell for that Photoshop stuff. That Photoshop is like the first cousin to catfish. Right? It's like the first cousin to catfish, because it has you thinking something is there and it really ain't. It really ain't what you really see. It's been altered. It's been edited. Okay. And it's to deceive you. And we were really deceived that day. However, this I can tell you is right on the money. Okay. If 40 pounds, if he's 240 pounds, I don't even know if Andy Ruiz can remember the last time he was 240 pounds. Okay, because he's always been a chunky kid. He's always suffered from obesity. That is a disease. So hopefully by getting into shape, he's able to kill two birds with one stone. One, getting the shape to prove that he's the best, and two, battling and defeating his battle with obesity. But it is a lifetime battle. You know what I mean? Because the same weight that he lost is the same weight he can put back on. So you have to remember that at the end of the day. Nonetheless, he looks in great shape, and he looks better than I've ever seen Andy Ruiz. All the older tapes that I've seen him, he was chubby, he was chunky, and he carried this weight around like a badge of honor. But those times are old, because he's getting rid of that badge of honor. You guys tell me what you think of Andy, the Destroyer Ruiz, losing 40 pounds in preparation for his comeback. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.